So basically, before knowing the actual meaning of Selenium, we discussed about the concept of automation testing. So so automation testing, what is mean by automation testing here is testing an application by using automated software. So again, this automated software has been categorized into two types. So automation testing, so the testing an application by using some automated software is nothing but automation testing. So again, this automated software has been categorized into two things here. So one is commercial automated software, and second one is open source automated software. So commercial automated software is nothing but any software or any application. If you want to use the features of someone's application, you need to purchase or you need to put some money on that application. So which is nothing but commercial related things you are doing here. Due to that reason, we are calling those softwares as a commercial softwares. So examples are QTP or UFT, load runner, IBM RFT. So like that, we have different types of commercial softwares in the market. Means if you want to use the features of those softwares, you need to purchase it through online or you need to purchase it from the vendor. So because of that reason, we have commercial automated softwares as well as open source automated software. So open source of automated softwares are nothing but it's all about the free of cost if you want to use the features. So the best example for this open source software is Selenium. And are there any other open source software tools? Means JMeter. So like that, we have so many open source tools in the market, open source automated softwares in the market. So this is all about the introduction part of automation testing, what we have discussed earlier. But so coming to the complete set of automation tool, what we want to learn. So if you want to automate that software means, so you need to have some automation tool. So what is that automation tool that you want to get the information means you want to learn about Selenium, right? So why Selenium? First thing is, what is mean by Selenium? When you need to perform Selenium, who will deal with Selenium, and why you need to have Selenium knowledge. Right? What, when, who, and why. If you get this knowledge on Selenium, about these four words, then you'll get the knowledge on the complete automation tool Selenium. First thing is what? Okay. So what is Selenium? So Selenium is an open source automated software where you can use all the features in this particular software. But how can you use all the features of Selenium in this particular software? So first we will discuss about what is Selenium. So what is Selenium? Selenium is open source automated software. First point, users can download Selenium from search engine with free of cost. Users can access or use all the features of Selenium right? Selenium is open source automated software. You can download Selenium. You can download Selenium from any search engine like Google, Bing, Yahoo, anywhere. You can download it from search engine, and you can with free of cost. Users can access or use all the features of Selenium with free of cost only. No need to purchase anything. So you can use all the features. And Selenium is set of 4 software tools. What are those software tools? Means Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium WebDriver, and then Selenium Grid. So there are 4 set of software tools that you need that we have under Selenium. One is Selenium IDE, second one is Selenium RC, third one is Selenium WebDriver, and last one is Selenium Grid. Out of this, the first version is Selenium IDE, which is nothing but integrated development environment, and Selenium RC is remote control, and then WebDriver is as usual WebDriver, and Grid is Selenium Grid. There is no abbreviations for these two things. WebDriver is WebDriver, Grid is Grid. What is Selenium means? We have some sort of things that we have some set of things that we can describe Selenium. Out of that, the first thing is it's open source automated software. Second one is download Selenium from any search engine with free of cost. You can use all the features, and some set of 4 software tools is nothing but Selenium, right? So one is Selenium IDE, RC, WebDriver, and Grid. Now, what are the advantages with Selenium? Advantages with Selenium. Selenium is having lot of advantages. Out of that, out of all advantages, first let's start with from operating system onwards. Operating systems onwards. Selenium supports all operating systems. Means it supports Windows operating systems, it supports Linux, it supports Unix, it supports Mac, it supports Ubuntu. Any operating systems is supported by Selenium. Means you can work, you can automate any application by using Selenium in any operating system. So any questions? So does anyone is having any question? Okay, so once operating system completed, now the concept will be from browser point of view. How can I hear voice? So what voice? Priya Shukla means my voice is not audible to you. Did you connect microphones or jack to your system? Okay, so coming to the browser point of view, Selenium supports all browsers. So what is mean by all browsers? How many browsers that we have? So the major browsers that we are using in the main browsers that we are using in the market are IE, Chrome, Firefox, Like that, these are the main browsers that we are using in the market. So not only these three browsers, we can have so many: Safari, Opera, Netscape Navigator, HTML unit driver, headless browser. Like that, different browsers are there in the market. In each and every browser you can use Selenium. You don't have any restrictions for the Selenium to such use in such restricted environment. You can use Selenium in any environment. It may be any operating system or any browser. And third thing is programming languages or scripting languages. How many programming languages or scripting languages supported by Selenium? Selenium supports almost 7 programming languages. Let's have the list of all programming languages and scripting languages here. Selenium supports Java, C Sharp, Perl, Python, Ruby, PHP, and last one is JavaScript. Means Selenium supports all these programming languages and scripting languages. Means almost any one of the programming language is required. Not everything that you need to know, only few concepts that you need to know in order to write the Selenium, or in order to write the scripts in any one of the programming languages listed here. It may be Java or it may be C Sharp or anything. No need to learn everything in order to write the script. So you have an option to learn any one of these programming languages, and these are the main advantages of Selenium. And every software is having disadvantages also. So what are those disadvantages with Selenium? Disadvantages with Selenium. First thing is support only web applications. It supports only web applications. I think everyone knows about the concept of types of applications. So we have different types of applications. Any questions in that? So does anyone have questions on types of applications? Okay, fine. So Selenium supports only web applications. Oh, why? What is this only web applications? So we have different types of applications in the market. So one is web applications, mobile applications, web applications, mobile applications, and Windows or desktop based applications. Out of all these applications, only web applications are supported by Selenium. Remaining two types of applications will not be supported by Selenium. Like that, Selenium is having this one of the disadvantage. Second thing is configuration is complex when compared to other automation tool. Configuration is complex when compared to other automation tool. So why this configuration part is complex when compared to other automation tool? Suppose, let's say for example, Selenium WebDriver. if you want to install or if you want to have Selenium WebDriver into your system, you need to download multiple libraries and multiple drivers from the search engine, and you have to configure all the libraries into a single unit. Means this part of configuration, you have to collect all the files into a single unit or single centralized system in order to configure the complete Selenium WebDriver to design the automation process. Due to that reason, we are going to say Selenium configuration is complex when compared to other automation tool. And last and final is auto upgrades will not be possible. Auto upgrade will not be possible means if there is a latest version released into the market, automatic upgrades will not be possible in Selenium. Means you have to download the latest version and you have to configure the latest version of that particular driver into your programming interface. Auto upgrades will not be possible. These are the advantages and disadvantages of Selenium. Any questions? Okay, so let us move to the next concept. Now we have completed what difference between web applications and standalone applications. So what is the difference between web applications and standalone applications? So you have to say the answer for this. I'll explain you and let me know the answer for this, how you are going to think about. So examples for standalone applications.
Say putty.
Sorry?
Putty.
Okay. Any other things?
Word or PowerPoint, MS Office package.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that is your answer for this. Means what is the difference between standalone application and web application? Means web application you are going to access through URL. You are not going to access or you are not going to install web application into your system. Means if you want to access an application, means you have to mention the URL in the browser and you have to access that one. You don't have an option in order to use the web application into your system like a standalone application, right? Standalone application is nothing but where you are going to install in your system intentionally for your purpose. Like you said, VC player. So VC player is one of the standalone application. What is the another word for standalone application? Okay, fine. Let me explain. Any software that you are going to install in your system, you are going to use that application without internet, we can say, right? Windows application is different, Srilata. So Windows or a desktop application, we can say, that needs some internet access in order to use the features. For Windows or desktop applications, we can say the best example will be Skype. Skype needs internet in order to use the application. Yes, standalone application is nothing but installed in our system. No need to use internet or to run or to no need to use internet to access the application, which is nothing but standalone application. But web application is not like that, right? You have to make sure that your system should have internet. Then only you'll be able to access that web application in. Yes, but Skype needs internet. It is not a. It is a Windows or desktop application, right? That is what I am saying. Means Windows or desktop applications are nothing but application which installed in your system and accessible through internet. But standalone application is not like that. If you want to use the features, you can use without internet also, which is nothing but standalone applications. But web application is not like that. Web application is where you are going to use the URL in the browser and you are going to access the application. So that is different. Standalone application is different. Let us move to when we need to perform automation testing. So till now we discussed about what is Selenium. Then when we need to perform, sorry, one more point I want to say here is, in the introduction part itself, I can say Selenium is used to perform functional and regression testing purpose. Means you can automate the application in order to have functional testing and regression testing only. You cannot use this Selenium automation tool for performance testing or volume testing or stress testing like that. Just Selenium is only for the testing purpose, which is nothing but functional testing and regression testing. And when we need to perform automation, so it's not automation testing, we can say it's automation development using Selenium. Does anyone knows answer for this? We need to say automation development, but we no need to say it's automation testing. Why? Always we have that word automation testing. We are using that word. Why we are using automation testing instead of automation development? The correct word is only automation development only. Okay, we'll discuss about that. When we need to perform automation development using Selenium, basically it's not only with the Selenium, every automation development should be performed or must be performed when the application is in stable position. Then only you are eligible to perform automation testing activity on the application. Then only users need to perform automation testing. Understand? So here we are saying that when the application is in stable mode, then only users need to perform automation testing. Why the application should be in stable mode in order to perform automation testing? So anyone? No? No one is having idea on this? It's a generic meaning why I am asking this question. Okay, fine. Let me explain. So why we need to perform automation testing only when the application is in stable mode here is, suppose if a person or if an automation test engineer started or developing automation test scripts on the application, once the automation scripts are being developed by that particular employee or automation test engineer, every time if customer wants to change the functionality, means it is burden for that particular automation test engineer in order to change the script. Due to that reason, automation development activity should not be a repeated task. Due to that reason, automation testing or application automation should happen only when the application is in stable mode. Then only user can perform automation testing. Means I have designed an automation script, so it is 100% working fine. Tomorrow customer came and he is changing the functionality. So okay, fine, tomorrow changing the functionality and I'll change the automation script, and I have updated the script. Day after tomorrow again customer changes the requirements, again I need to change the automation scripts. That should not happen on regular basis. Due to that reason, application automation should be performed only when the application is in stable mode. That is one part of that is one of the major point when we need to perform automation development using Selenium. So understand? Any questions in this? Next thing, so who will perform who will perform automation development. So here we know what is meant by Selenium, and we know when we need to perform automation development using Selenium. But who are going to perform this automation development activities using Selenium? First thing is, the person should be capable to analyze what functionality we need to automate. Okay, the person or the user who are having good analytical skills in order to analyze what are all the functionality that needs to be automated. So the user who are having good analytical skills in order to analyze what are all the functionalities that needs to be automated, then only that person will be capable to handle the automation testing activity. And second thing, the user should be good in any one of the above set of languages. Understand what are all the set of languages that we have? Java, C Sharp, Perl, Python, Ruby, PHP, JavaScript. All these are nothing but some set of languages where the person should have knowledge on any one of the above programming languages. Here we are talking about Java. Java is not advanced Java here. Only core Java is required in order to automate the application in Selenium WebDriver. Only core Java is fine for us. In any one of the above list of languages. Okay, so this is who will perform automation development activity. Next one, why? So any questions till now? When we need to perform automation testing and who will perform automation testing? Okay, so no one is having questions, I think so. Then so I am moving to why we need to perform automation testing using Selenium only. First thing is first part of this question. So why we need to perform automation development, and then we'll discuss about why we need to perform automation development using Selenium. The first part of this question is why we need to perform automation development. To reduce resource risk, comma, budget, comma, time, everything. Here automation development will be happened only to reduce the time or to improve the technical skills like automation development in Selenium or some any other automation tool. So why we need to perform basically this automation testing means the functional and regression testing activities can be completed faster than manual testing process. Due to that reason, automation testing needs to be happened in every project using any one of the automated software. Here, that automated software is Selenium we have selected. Here, my question, first part of the question here is why we need to perform automation development is because of to reduce the resources, budget and time. But second part is why we need to use only Selenium instead of having so many open source tools and commercial tools. To get this answer, we need to compare this Selenium with QTP or UFT. QTP or UFT. So under this Selenium, we can say whatever the advantages that we have discussed above, those are the features of Selenium. Due to that reason, we can use the same thing here. Supports all operating systems, but QTP supports only Windows, and here supports all browsers, and here supports IE completely, partially Chrome and Firefox. And third thing is supports multiple programming languages and scripting languages, and here supports only VB scripting. Supports only VB scripting. And so these are the main advantages of Selenium than when compared to QTP or UFT. So by seeing these advantages, whatever the major areas that we need, that we are concentrating, those major areas has been supported by Selenium than QTP or UFT. Due to this reason, we prefer Selenium automation tool when compared to QTP or UFT. One of the first basic point we can say, one more basic point we can say is it is free of cost, and here we can say need to purchase license. In order to use all the features, in order to use all the features. These are the four main advantages of Selenium when compared to other automation tool. Due to this reason, when we are performing automation testing, automation development, Selenium is preferable than other automation tool. So any questions till now? So if no questions, I am going to start with Selenium starting and initial version, initial version, which is Selenium IDE. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I think everyone is in online or Srilata, Durga Rao. So any questions till now? Okay, fine. Let us move to Selenium IDE first. and initial version of Selenium. So Selenium IDE. What is IDE? What is mean by Selenium IDE and what is mean by IDE? IDE is nothing but integrated development environment. So IDE is nothing but integrated development environment. So what is this integrated development environment? Why the initial version of Selenium is having this name IDE, integrated development environment? What is integrated, what is development, and what is environment? So first thing, environment is nothing but it is an area or location where you are going to communicate with the system, or where you are going to communicate with the software, is nothing but environment. Okay. Development. What is meant by development? Development is nothing but you are developing something in order to develop the scripts, or in order to implement the functionality, or in order to perform some action, which is nothing but development. Means you are developing something in order to perform some action by using some programming language, is nothing but development. Okay. Integrated. What is mean by integrated? Integrated is nothing but combining all the features into a single unit, right? Means even in integration testing definition also we are going to say the same thing. Integrating all the modules into a single unit is nothing but integration testing. Like that we are going to say the same definition for integrated. Integrated here, all the features has been integrated into a single unit, which is nothing but integrated. And you are developing something by using all the features, is nothing but development. Where you are going to communicate with the users is nothing but environment. Because of that reason, Selenium is having the initial version name as integrated development environment. Now, what are the features of Selenium IDE? First and basic point is Selenium IDE supports only Firefox browser. Only Firefox browser. So in the previous points we discussed, we are saying that Selenium supports all the browsers, Selenium support all browsers, but we are saying Selenium IDE supports only Firefox browser. Means the initial version is having this drawback. Due to that reason, they rectified this drawback and gave access to all browsers in Selenium RC. But there are more drawbacks than Selenium IDE in Selenium RC. Due to that reason, Selenium RC is completely an outdated version. So whatever the drawbacks in IDE and RC has been rectified in Selenium WebDriver, which is a current market leading version of Selenium and successful version of Selenium. We'll discuss about in detail about those things, but let us continue with Selenium IDE. It supports only Firefox browser. Second thing, second main advantage of Selenium IDE is record and playback option. Means a person who is having knowledge on Selenium IDE, or even though that person is not having knowledge on Selenium, programming language or programmatic part, they can simply record the script, record the functionality, and they can use that particular functionality for n number of times, and they can play the scripts again and again and again. Due to that reason, Selenium IDE is having one of the main feature of record and playback option. And next thing is export test case into a required format. Into a required format means, what is this export test case into a required format? Remember this point, we will see it in a theoretical way also, and before going to that practical part, we will talk about this a theoretical point. Export test case is nothing but, suppose when you are recording the scripts in Selenium IDE, by default it will be saved in HTML format. By default it will be saved in HTML format. That HTML format script will not be used in any of the programming languages listed above. Java, C#, we can't use that HTML program in any one of the programming interface. Due to that reason, if you want to convert that HTML program into Java or C# or Python or Ruby, you can export the test case into your own required format, which is nothing but the option of exporting the test case to your required format in Selenium IDE. In Selenium IDE. And now the version compatibility. Now the version compatibility. So what is this version compatibility? As I said, Selenium supports only Firefox browser. Due to that, we are going to discuss about the version compatibility before Firefox 46 version and after Firefox 50 version. Sorry, before Firefox 50 version, after Firefox 50 version, after Firefox 50 version. Before Firefox 50 version, Selenium IDE compatible version will be Selenium IDE 2.9.1. After Firefox 50 version, Selenium compatible version will be Catalan Selenium IDE, or it will be Catalan Studio Selenium IDE. So these two are the version compatibility that you can have in your system in order to use Selenium IDE features. And how to download Selenium IDE? How to download Selenium IDE? So first thing, so open Firefox browser, open Firefox browser, go to tools bar, click on add-ons, go to extensions, search with Selenium here. You'll get this Selenium IDE button, add-on, and once you click on say install button, it will get downloaded into your system. once it got downloaded, restart your Firefox browser. So once you restart, something happens. Once you restarted your browser, you'll have an option here. Let me show that option to you. You'll have this Selenium IDE button here. Just you can drag it and drop here. Automatically you'll get this Selenium IDE add-on to your window. So if you want to open the Selenium IDE as a pop-up, just one moment, it is being downloaded still. So I'm going to download it. I want to add that Selenium to Firefox browser. It hasn't been added. Just click on this button. So that will be installed to your Firefox browser and just restart it now. Means, see here, I have been downloaded with Selenium IDE. This is the Selenium IDE 2.9.1 window. So does anyone have any questions? We are going to start Selenium IDE features discussion from tomorrow's session. So I'm going to close this session today. So tomorrow we are going to start with Selenium IDE features. So each and every feature we will discuss about each and every feature, and we will design an automation test script using Selenium IDE.